Welcome to Enigma Uncharted. This is gonna blow your mind. On the evening of March 13th, 1997, something extraordinary happened in the sky over Phoenix, Arizona. It was a night that would go down in history, captivating the imaginations of thousands and sparking debates that would last for decades. Thousands of people looked up to see a V-shaped formation of lights moving silently across the night sky. The lights were arranged in a perfect V, gliding effortlessly and without a sound, leaving onlookers in awe and bewilderment. The lights, which appeared to be as large as several football fields, were visible for over an hour. Witnesses described them as bright, almost blinding, and yet they moved with a grace that seemed almost otherworldly. They moved slowly and deliberately, casting an eerie glow on the desert landscape below. The lights seemed to hover, almost as if they were observing the city and its inhabitants, creating an atmosphere of both wonder and unease. The event, which came to be known as the Phoenix Lights, quickly became one of the most famous UFO sightings in history. It was covered extensively by the media, with news outlets across the country reporting on the mysterious lights and the various theories surrounding them. It sparked a wave of speculation and debate that continues to this day. People from all walks of life, from scientists to UFO enthusiasts, have weighed in on what the lights could have been. Were the lights alien spacecraft? The idea of extraterrestrial visitors has always fascinated humanity, and the Phoenix Lights seem to provide tantalizing evidence of their existence. Or was there a more earthly explanation? Some suggested that the lights were simply military aircraft on a training mission, their unusual formation and silent movement explained by advanced technology. Over the years, numerous theories have been put forward to explain the Phoenix Lights. Some have suggested that they were flares dropped by military planes, while others have proposed that they were a result of atmospheric phenomena. Some people believe that the lights were indeed extraterrestrial craft, visiting Earth for reasons unknown. This theory has been supported by numerous eyewitness accounts and the lack of any definitive explanation. While others believe that they were military aircraft or some other type of atmospheric phenomenon, the military has consistently denied any involvement, leading to further speculation and mystery. Despite numerous investigations, the true nature of the Phoenix Lights remains a mystery. The event has become a part of UFO lore, a symbol of the unknown and the unexplained, and a reminder that there are still mysteries in our world waiting to be uncovered. Eyewitness accounts of the Phoenix Lights varied, but most agreed that the lights were unlike anything they had ever seen before. Some people described the lights as being bright white, while others said they were orange or red. Some said the lights appeared to be solid objects, while others said they looked like glowing orbs.
I saw a massive, silent craft with lights that went all the way across the valley.
They were so close I could feel the heat from them.
Despite the thousands of witnesses, there is no clear consensus on what the Phoenix Lights actually were. Some people believe that the lights were part of a secret military operation, while others believe that they were a natural phenomenon. Whatever the explanation, the Phoenix Lights remain one of the most intriguing mysteries of our time. The Phoenix Lights were not the first UFO sighting in history, but they were among the most widely witnessed. The event received national media attention, and soon people all over the country were talking about the strange lights over Phoenix. News crews descended on the city, interviewing witnesses and trying to make sense of what had happened. The Phoenix Lights also became a hot topic on the internet, which was still in its early days in 1997. Websites and message boards devoted to the event popped up, and people from all over the world shared their theories about what the lights might have been. The Phoenix Lights captured the public imagination in a way that few UFO sightings ever have. Perhaps it was the sheer number of witnesses, or the fact that the event occurred in a major metropolitan area. Whatever the reason, the Phoenix Lights became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring books, documentaries, and even a Hollywood movie. In the wake of the Phoenix Lights sightings, the U.S. Air Force initially denied any involvement in the event. The mysterious lights that appeared over Phoenix, Arizona on the night of March 13, 1997, left many residents puzzled and concerned. The lights were seen by thousands of people, and the event quickly became a topic of intense public interest and speculation. However, after mounting public pressure and numerous eyewitness accounts, the Air Force eventually admitted that it had been conducting training exercises in the area on that fateful night. The admission came after days of public outcry and media coverage, which put significant pressure on the military to provide an explanation for the strange lights. The Air Force claimed that the lights people had seen were flares dropped from A-10 Warthog aircraft. These aircraft were part of a routine training exercise, and the flares were used as part of the training operations. The military's explanation was intended to put the public's mind at ease and provide a logical reason for the unusual lights in the sky.
The Air Force has stated that the lights were simply flares used during routine training exercises. According to the official statement, the flares were dropped in a specific pattern as part of the training, which could explain the formation of lights seen by witnesses. These flares were dropped from A-10 Warthog aircraft, which were flying in the area that night. The A-10 Warthog is known for its distinctive shape and capabilities, and the flares it drops are designed to illuminate the ground for training purposes.
However, many people, including some of the eyewitnesses, were not satisfied with the Air Force's explanation. They felt that the official story did not match what they had seen with their own eyes. The lights appeared to be much larger and brighter than typical flares, and their behavior in the sky did not align with the characteristics of flares. They pointed out that the flares dropped by A-10S are typically much smaller and less bright than the lights that were seen over Phoenix. Eyewitnesses described the lights as being in a V-shaped formation, moving slowly across the sky, and even hovering at times, which is not consistent with the behavior of flares. They also noted that the flares typically descend rapidly, while the Phoenix lights were seen to move slowly and even hover in the sky. This discrepancy led many to believe that the lights were not flares at all, but something entirely different and unexplained.
The explanation just doesn't add up. Many witnesses were adamant that what they saw could not be explained by the Air Force's account. The lights were too large, too bright, and moved in ways that flares simply do not. Flares don't hover in the sky like that. They fall to the ground relatively quickly and do not maintain a steady position in the sky. The Phoenix lights, on the other hand, seemed to defy the laws of physics as we understand them. What we saw was something entirely different, something much larger and brighter. The lights were described as being part of a massive, silent craft that moved with a grace and precision that no known aircraft could match.
The Air Force's explanation did little to quell the public's fascination with the Phoenix lights. Instead of providing closure, the official story only fueled further speculation and curiosity. People began to wonder if the government was hiding something more significant. If anything, the Air Force's admission that it had been conducting operations in the area on the night of the sightings only fueled the speculation that the government was hiding something. The public's interest in the Phoenix lights grew, and the event became one of the most well-known and widely discussed UFO sightings in history. To this day, the true nature of the Phoenix lights remains a mystery, and the debate over what really happened continues. At the time of the Phoenix lights sightings, Fife Symington was the governor of Arizona. The Phoenix lights incident, which occurred on March 13, 1997, was one of the most widely reported UFO sightings in history. Thousands of people across Arizona witnessed a series of strange lights in the night sky, leading to widespread speculation and debate about their origin. Like many people, Symington was initially skeptical of the UFO theory. He believed that there had to be a more rational explanation for the lights, such as military flares or aircraft. Despite the numerous eyewitness accounts and the compelling video footage, Symington remained unconvinced that the lights were anything other than a natural or man-made phenomenon. In fact, he even held a press conference where he mocked the idea that the lights were alien spacecraft. Symington's approach was to use humor to diffuse the situation, hoping to calm the public's growing anxiety and curiosity about the mysterious lights.
"We have found who is responsible for the Phoenix lights. It's this guy!" laughed Symington announced, pointing to a staff member dressed in a comical alien costume. The room erupted in laughter, and for a moment the tension surrounding the Phoenix lights seemed to dissipate.
Symington went so far as to have a member of his staff dress up in an alien costume and parade around in front of the cameras. This stunt was intended to be a lighthearted way to address the public's concerns, but it also had the effect of trivializing the experiences of those who genuinely believed they had witnessed something extraordinary. Symington's stunt was met with laughter from the press, but it did little to dissuade those who believed that something extraordinary had happened over Phoenix. For many, the governor's actions were seen as dismissive and disrespectful to the witnesses who had reported the sightings.
It was all in good fun, but I didn't expect people to take it so seriously. Symington later reflected on the event, expressing surprise at the strong reactions his press conference had elicited. He had hoped to bring some levity to the situation, but instead, he found himself at the center of a controversy. "I thought we could all use a laugh," Symington explained, noting that the intense media coverage and public interest in the Phoenix lights had created a charged atmosphere. He believed that a bit of humor could help to ease the tension and provide a different perspective on the incident.
In fact, many people saw Symington's behavior as evidence that the government was trying to cover up the truth about the Phoenix lights. Conspiracy theories began to circulate, suggesting that the governor's mockery was a deliberate attempt to distract the public from the real story. Some believed that the government was hiding evidence of extraterrestrial life, while others thought that the lights were part of a secret military project. Symington's dismissal of the UFO theory would come back to haunt him years later. In 2007, a decade after the Phoenix Lights incident, Symington revealed in an interview that he had actually witnessed the lights himself and believed they were of extraterrestrial origin. This admission shocked many, as it contradicted his earlier public stance and added a new layer of intrigue to the already mysterious event. In the meantime, the Phoenix lights continued to be a source of fascination and debate for people all over the world. The incident remains one of the most compelling and well-documented UFO sightings in history, and it continues to inspire curiosity and speculation. Whether the lights were the result of extraterrestrial activity, military exercises, or some other phenomenon, the Phoenix lights have left an indelible mark on the collective imagination. In the years after the Phoenix Lights sightings, Fife Symington remained largely silent on the subject. However, in 2007, Symington dropped a bombshell. In an interview with the Phoenix New Times, Symington admitted that he had personally witnessed the Phoenix lights and that he believed they were otherworldly.
"I saw them too. The lights were definitely not from any military flares or aircraft. They were otherworldly."
Symington's admission sent shockwaves through the UFO community. Here was a former governor, a man who had once mocked the idea of alien visitation, now saying that he had seen a UFO with his own eyes.
"I felt it was time to come clean. People deserve to know the truth about what we saw that night."
Symington's change of heart was seen by many as vindication. For years they had been told that the Phoenix lights were nothing more than flares or weather balloons. Now, a former governor was saying that the lights were something truly extraordinary.